the whole block out? I guess she's asleep. Mom?
Melanie!
Who's that?
Who the hell is that?
He's got my daughter!
Wait. He's got my daughter!
No, don't look at me like that. What happened now?
There's no signs of this.
Fuck this place.
For when the bell tolls at midnight, it'll be the last thing you'll ever see.
Give me a smile. Let me give you a smile. Or maybe even a kiss. Maybe something.
I'm trying to.
You what? I know remove before you make them.
Relax. She's a vampire. Okay, dude, that is some straight up Children of the Corn shit.
Hello. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to episode 1 of the T52 Podcast. It's going to be talking about all things T52 films and talking about various projects that either I'm acting in or that I've seen or that I've heard of that are, that have emailed in and want to help, give them shout outs, give them some pub and get their stuff out there. That's pretty much the main, emphasis of this podcast is to just give you guys information on what's going on with, like I said, with T52 Films or with other companies that I've worked with that I know, so I can get their stuff out there. Go ahead and tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Kelly D. Weaver. I've been in this business, probably say 19 years. Started out as an actor. I've always wanted to do acting. In 1995, I got to work on my first film called Night by Byron Miller. He's my best friend. It was a really fun experience getting to get in front of the camera and act a little bit. I'm from Seattle originally. Moved to Florida in '92. I've been here ever since. Love the community that we got here. Everyone knows everyone, so there's a lot of people that I've worked with that have worked with other people that I know. So it's easy to get your name out there, and spread the word. I started my company, T52 Films, in 2007. I was starting to, mainly because I wanted to do other roles, and I kept getting typecast as, either the token black guy or, the funny guy. But I don't mind doing that, but I also like to do, serious roles and dramatic roles. So started my company in 2007, T52 Films, and we have 9 feature films. We're working on our 10th currently, which is happening right now. I also formed a sister company called Cold Fusion Filmworks. With that company, that deals more with dramas or family films or, webisodes or stuff like that. T52 Films, the main company, deals with horror because that is my favorite genre, is horror. So, just recently finally got our website up there. And that's at www.t52films.com. Really, really excited about that, to finally have a website to go along with my company, to help, kind of legitimize ourselves. We've been pretty blessed so far. We've worked with a lot of great actors, a lot of good crew. Being able to get a lot of our films out there has been a blessing, and I think with the website and our online store, it's going to help us get more of our films out there to the masses. Because I love writing. Definitely love acting. That's my number one passion. I like directing and producing. Putting everything together. So. It's been pretty good. Also, let me go ahead and throw the email out there for you guys. That's at T52films@gmail.com. If you want to send in some questions you want to ask, about me or the company or things that we've worked with. Or if you have an upcoming project coming out there and you'd like me to go ahead and shout it out for you, I can go ahead and do that for you. So, all right, enough about me. Let's go ahead and get to our first discussion. We'll be talking about our current project that we're working on right now. That is The Awakening. All right, we're back. Just discussing our 10th feature film. Back in 2007, I never would imagine I'd actually be able to say that we're working on our 10th feature film, which is, to me, is just awesome. That's just an awesome feeling to be able to say that. It's gonna be talking about The Awakening. It's a new action thriller that I've been working on. It's a hybrid action. I've in previous films, I mean, I've had some action in some films before, but never to this extent. So this is pretty awesome to have this much action in this thriller. It's a story about people mysteriously disappearing from their homes and their jobs and their way of life, and they end up on this website called The Awakening, and you see them, and then you see a person, like, you know, who's masked, and then, you know, they kill that person in the mask, and then all of a sudden they go disappearing without a trace. And you have these two detectives with a bunch of other detectives trying to figure out, like, what's going on, where are these people at, what is this website called The Awakening, and who is this guy that calls himself William. The cast for this film is phenomenal. This is like an amazing cast. There's so many talented people, actors that I've worked with before, a lot of new actors that I haven't worked with before. So it's been like every day on set. You know, there's been some stressful days, but you know that's part of filming. So, but every day's just been a lot of fun. Like I've just been excited just to work with these people and watch these performances and see the dialogue that I've written, you know, have them bring it to life. So the cast has been amazing. The crew has been phenomenal. Some of the crew that I've worked with before, some of the crew that has, you know, acted in some of my films, but now jumping on and helping on, you know, being not only in front of the camera, being behind the camera too. So they've been helping me out a lot. They've been helping me keep my stress levels down to a minimum, although sometimes, you know, it's been tough, but like I said before, it's just part of filming. My lead actor, Anthony Elias, who's also my fight choreographer and my stunt choreographer, which I've never had like a guy do both. Like I've never had a guy act in my film but also do the fights and the stunts. I've usually either or. He's been amazing. He's like some of the fights that he's choreographed. I can't wait for people to see them. They've just been phenomenal. Been more, you know, there's been more than I ever could ask for. So he's been amazing to work with. His team, Genesis Stunt Team, which if you guys need a stunt team, sign these guys up because they are phenomenal. They work their butts off. I mean, they give you everything that you want. If you don't like it, they'll change it up for you. Just to, you know, pretty much just to get what you want, to get your vision, to bring it to life. And they've been awesome to work with. Just been phenomenal. Another thing I'm excited about with The Awakening is the score. Like I've had scores before. I've had to go out, you know, and try to find music or have someone write some music for me. But the score is going to be awesome. The soundtrack I think is going to be great because some of the actors who are in this film, they actually sing too. You know, they're singers, so they're going to be singing some songs for me. This is one. I wouldn't say she's a great singer. I'll probably say she's an actress. I've had her do both. Diana, or Dina. Well, I already ruined her name. Dina, if you're out there, you can slap me if you want. I already ruined your name. She's gonna be singing White Rabbit for me. Another actress is in it, Taylor Eve. She's gonna be singing Love Hurts, which she's already like sung that for me a little bit. Can't wait to hear the final version of that, but it sounds phenomenal. Rain, another actress in the film, is going to be singing Confessions of a Broken Heart. That's a really powerful song, so I needed it for a certain scene, and can't wait to hear her version of that. Cher, I've worked with Cher numerous times, and I didn't know she was a singer until recently. You know, hearing her saying that she's a singer, and then she sent me a clip or something, and I was like, hey, you want to sing a song on the soundtrack? She was like, yeah, sure. So she's going to be singing Mad World for me, and she's already sent me samples of that, and that sounds amazing. And then Liberty's going to be singing Ordinary World for me. That's one of my favorite songs growing up, so I'm interested in seeing if, I know she could do it. I'm just interested in hearing what she could do on that. But right now we're in day 7. Yeah, we're in day 7 and 8, which is coming up this weekend. This podcast might be out before that, so yeah, day 7 and 8 for that. We're almost there. We're getting to the homeward stretch. It's a 12-day shoot, which for feature is pretty awesome. We've just been nailing everything. So there's not going to be that many pickup shots and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the final product of this. This film, whenever it's done, is possibly going to come out either the spring or the summer. Taking my time with it because it's a really it's a great story. Like I love the story. There's some amazing action in it, some stunts, but I love the story of it. I love just like what would you do if you were given the chance to to put vengeance on someone, to get vengeance, to get redemption, salvation for you. So I'm looking forward to releasing this whenever it's whenever it's done. Okay, now we're moving on to our next subject. That is my beverage. Not alcoholic beverage. I'm not a drinker. I like maybe for like Halloween or New Year's I'll have one adult drink, but that's it. I'm not really a drinker, so this is some nice sparkling water, wild cherry, delicious. Okay, just needed that. That was a lot of talking in the last one. This one I promise won't be as long. I promise. But let's go to our next thing we're going to discuss. We're going to be talking about the web series that's going to go along with The Awakening. It's called The Awakening Tales. Now, The Awakening Tales is a 7-episode web series. It's a prequel to The Awakening. There's a lot of characters in The Awakening. I know a lot of my director friends and stuff, or it's like an actor friends, like, goodness gracious, can you ever not have a big cast? I didn't start out that way. It's just that I don't know. It's just I like having big casts. I like having a bunch of characters. I can't help it. It's just I love Stephen King, and he's like my favorite author, and I can't help it. Once I just get writing, it's hard, to stop. And there's always have a lot of characters in my film. But they're not like throwaway characters. I don't think I've ever written throwaway characters. I always have characters that you care for, that you really hate, so you want to see them die, or that you really care for and you hope they make it through. But anyway, The Awakening Tales is going to be a prequel series to The Awakening. There's certain characters that have backstories that I didn't want the feature film to be a 3-hour-long action thriller. That's a lot. So they briefly say why they did what they did and why they joined Williams Coalition. So with this series, it gives me a chance to explain why they are where they are when you see them in the feature film. So by watching the feature, or watching this, I should say, then once you watch the feature, you'll be like, okay, I know that person's backstory, now I know why they're there when they're there. Yeah, so it's going to be a prequel series. I'm slowly starting to cast for that now. I'm probably going to have a casting call for certain characters, but I'm slowly casting for it. We're going to start that in December, I believe. Maybe 2 weeks after we wrap The Awakening. We'll start with the first episode, and then the second episode, and a couple others will start again up in January. So that's when that's going to come out. I'm hoping to have it done and edited and ready to show everyone maybe 2 months before we premiere the feature, before the feature comes out or hits the festival market, and and hopefully gets on DVD soon. So yeah, I'm hoping 2 months before. If not, then maybe a month after I premiere the feature film, and then we can have everyone say, it'll still be the same feeling. You still want to watch it. So far with the slowly casting, we're starting to get some really good talent into this, some new talent. I always like working with new talent. Definitely the older talent too, because they're reliable. I know they'll be there for me, and they'll definitely like to work with me. But trying to get some new talent, and pretty much more swords. Hopefully 2 months before the feature or a month after the feature is when The Awakening Tales is going to come out. Okay. Told you that last one wasn't going to be too long. Now we're moving on to our next subject. We're going to be talking about the sequel to a feature film, which was my second feature film, I believe. Yeah, my second feature film, which I wanted to make for a long time. Took me 4 years to make it. Just because, starting out with your own company and not really knowing anyone that you can go to. Before, I would do a lot of things on my own. I'd have to do everything myself. You know, not only was I the director, not only was I an actor, a writer, producer, I also was the cameraman, I also was sound, I also was helping with lighting, I also would have to edit it and post. So yeah, I wore many hats in the beginning. I don't wear as many hats now that lately, thank goodness for being able to have some reliable friends and reliable crew, so that actually helps out a lot. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Now we're going to talk about the sequel and the prequel to a feature film, my second feature film, The Bailey Case. The Bailey Case was a lot of fun to make. I remember us having the premiere at the Indian Theater, which is in Maitland, Florida. We had a huge turnout. Like, the turnout was sick. Like, people were there, like, almost 2 hours before the film even was supposed to go on. Like, I was just amazed at how many people we had come out for that. I was like, wow, this is awesome. So this is amazing. I couldn't believe how many people were there, and the turnout was great, and everyone loved the film. Everyone laughed when they were supposed to laugh. Everyone was scared when they were supposed to get scared. People were plotting certain scenes. I was like, wow, that's awesome. So that feeling was just amazing. It was definitely like a cult hit. This is before I knew about, you know, how to get into film festivals and whatnot, so it really didn't get into a film festival, which, you know, hindsight being 2020, I wish I would have put it in one, because it was it was that good. So it took like a year later, year after we premiered that, it went out in the DVD. If you want to buy that, you can go to our online store, which is at www.t52films.com. Plug. A year later, I already knew and I had an idea of what I wanted the sequel to be, and so the Bailey Case Sanctum came about, and we casted for that, and the casting that was awesome. Again, I got very lucky being able to get some of the actors I got in this film, and it was just a lot of fun, and they were just there with me, and they worked it through, and so far, I just think it might be slightly better than the first one. It might be. I don't know. I have to let people be the judge of that when they see the premiere. But anyway, got that going. That premieres on January 18th. It's not really, I wouldn't say it's to the masses. It's more for the cast and crew, because I want to put it in film festivals, because I think it's that good. It's good enough to be put in film festivals. So it's a little premiere for cast and crew, and I love having premieres for cast and crew. It's just a cool feeling for them to see all their hard work on the screen. Shortly after that, I had an idea for this thing called Bailey Case Shorts, which is some short films, which kind of helps fill in the gaps, because the Bailey Case Sanctum kind of jumps every now and then, because, like I said, didn't want, as I did with Awakening, didn't want it to be a 3-hour horror movie. That's kind of crazy and unheard of. So there was one short that I always wanted to do, that people asked me from the first Bailey Case film, like, what's the backstory on Christina Bailey? I always had this idea for a backstory for her, but I just didn't know when I wanted to do it. I didn't know if I wanted in this film to kind of start, like, have a little, you know, flashback in the beginning of it, or do I want to, you know, maybe have a short film with it. And so when the Bailey Case Shorts came about, I wanted to do it as a short film, but it was like 50 pages. And by the time everything was done, I looked at all the footage. I was like, man, this is like 55 minutes. I might as well make this into a feature. So I went back and I wrote some extra scenes to kind of help pad it and kind of help, you know, flesh out the story a little bit and make it just a little bit longer. And so now it's a feature film. It's a prequel to about Christina Bailey and her family, and how she came to be and how they came to be, and it ties in beautifully. And just like with Sanctum, once again, got really lucky to get the cast that we got for that, and work with some great people on that, and worked with pretty much just snagged the crew that I had from the Bailey Case Sanctum and brought them over to Sins and got that done. So we're gonna do a double premiere, the prequel and the return, as we're calling it. That was my computer, Facebook. Anyway, so we're gonna have both of those going on the 18th to show the cast and crew, and then gonna have Sanctum going to some festivals. Sins, it came out good, but I'm gonna have that come straight out the DVD. I'm gonna put Sanctum in some film festivals first, and have that go through before that comes on DVD. But Sins will come out first. Sins of the Father. I'm hoping to have that come out on DVD on our online store, maybe March, maybe February, probably February. I want to say March. And as I said before, if you want to purchase both, and if you look around, just pretty much look around February, we'll probably make an announcement on our fan page, and probably this page too. And that's coming on DVD. And just go to our online store, which is, like I said before, it's on our website, www.t52films.com. Alrighty. And once again, that was a lot of talking again. Sorry about that. If you get to know me, I like to ramble. I like to talk a lot. I might start off shy, but once I get to know you, then I talk your ear off. Especially when I'm doing stuff like this, I just talk and talk and talk. So sorry about that. I gotta take another drink. Alrighty. Going on to our next subject. We're gonna be talking about the third and final film in the Bailey Case franchise, Bailey Case Resolution. Now, working with Anthony Elias and his team definitely had my mind going all over the place of how I wanted this final film to go. And so I was like, like the first one was, had the horror aspects of it. The second one was more, was more documentary style. More documentary. Still had the horror in there, but more documentary style. The prequel was more of a drama. That's more drama. So I was like, okay, I want to go with a different genre with this final film. And so I was like, I'd been talking with Anthony, and I was like, you know what, dude, I want action. Like, I want some action in this, man. I want some fight scenes. I just want some awesome stuff. I want this. I don't know how we're gonna pull this off. I'm gonna try. I'm hoping. Shouldn't even try. I'm hoping to get as many stunt guys and actors and everything we could do for this. Cause got this big elaborate, like, in a field, 30 people fighting 30 people fight scene. It's got this huge fight scene. I told Anthony about it. He's like, oh my gosh, dude, that's going to be crazy. I'm just like, yeah, it is, but that's just how I think. I was like, this is the final film, so I want this to go out with a bang, I want this to be epic. This film is going to take place 15 years after the end of the last film, Bailey Case Sanctum. So a lot has changed. There's going to be some new characters. Christina Bale is still going to be evil, still killing people. They're still good, and it's just going to be more action oriented. There's going to be a lot of fights. I love Anthony's team, Genesis stunt team. Those guys are just phenomenal. So I definitely want to bring them on as some of my good and bad guys. I have them do some of the fights. I'm hoping to bring some other guys in, some other fight choreographers that I've worked with before in the past. I'm hoping to bring them in just because they act too. The fight choreographers I've worked with before, they act and do fight choreography. So I'm hoping them to come in and help Anthony out, because that's just that final sequence is going to be insane. Like, that's going to be insane. I've already written it in my head, so I can't wait to put it down on paper and be like, wow, I don't know how I'm going to pull that off. I might have a location of what I wanted for it. And in February, myself included, just going to be me training, man. Just going to be training hard and, trying to get in the best shape that I can get in. And I hope everyone gets in the best shape they get in and go over the fight sequences. Because I've only done one action sequence, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I was just like, wow, this is exciting. This is really exciting. I was like, I can see why, guys who do martial arts and stunt guys and all that stuff love doing that stuff. That stuff is just a lot of fun. So I was like, you know what? This is the final film. I definitely want this to be epic and go out and have the final film go with a bang. So, come February, just gonna be getting all the actors and going to the gym with Anthony and training us all, man, to get this ready. And then March of next year, that's when we begin filming the final film, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be bittersweet because this has been, it holds a special place in my heart, because this is one of my earlier scripts, and when that first film finally got made, and it was just a joy of this is a joy of everyone watching it, and then being able to make the second film, and then being able to make the prequel. This is just, And also, it's just kind of cool because it's this female serial killer. There's not that many out there. I think that's awesome. I mean, there really isn't, which is amazing. Like, I'm really surprised there's not that many more female serial killer movies. So that's another reason why it just holds another special place to my heart. And and me and who became my best friend and almost pretty much like a sister to me. Like, we even call each other sister and brother, like Cindy Crotts. We've been, it's a long journey, like 3 films, about to go on to the 4th. So, and including the short films. I think she was in all the short films too. So, man, think of that. That's 4 short films she was in also. So, me and her have been doing this for a long time, and just to go out like this, it's gonna be a lot of fun. All right. Sorry about the get a little emotional there. Can't help it because Bailey Case is special to my heart. Let's talk about our next subject, which is going to be the film slate for 252 films for next year. Along with Bailey Case Resolution, and of course also filming The Awakening Tales and getting that done and wrapped up, we got 2 other feature films that I'm really excited to be working on. There was a feature film a couple of years ago that I wanted to do. It was called Snatched. It was another found footage film, but of course with Snatched it deals with aliens and people getting taken. So I did a little short trailer with a couple of teen actors that I knew. We did that. Got a little bit of buzz. They both moved on, so then I was like, okay, I gotta totally rewrite the story now because I can't work with them anymore. And so then I did another trailer. I premiered it. I think I premiered it at the Bailey Case. I think I did. I'm not sure. I might have premiered it with something else. It might have either been the Bailey Case or it might have been It Came in the Night. I can't remember which one of the features we premiered it with. But that was another thing that got a lot of buzz. It got more buzz than the first one. People were interested in that, and people were, saying, like, when is that casting, and when you hold auditions for that. But the thing about it is, for the first time, only thing I thought about of it was the trailer. Because I wrote a trailer script, we shot it. That's the only thing I really thought about. I really didn't think of the story, how does it go, where do we go after the trailer. So it was like, my mind was just blank, man. It was just writer's block. So I had no idea. Like, okay, where do I want to go with this film? I have no idea. So I put that on hold. I put it on hiatus a little bit. And I don't know, like this year, it came to me finally where I wanted to go with the story. It's like, okay, finally, I know where I want to go with the story. So next year, I believe over the summer, we're going to cast for it. We're going to film Snatched. If anybody wants to know anything about Snatch, you can. We got the trailer up for it. It's at www.facebook.com/snatchedfilm. There you can check out the new trailer because there's another new trailer I made for it. That right there is getting a lot of likes and a lot of views for it. So that's definitely interested in that film. And then the last film near the end of the year is something I've wanted to do for a while. Back when I was working on Bailey Case with another close friend of mine, Chris Adler, another best friend of mine, we were sitting there just talking, and we were talking about horror movies and stuff, and we came to the anthologies, meaning Creepshow 2, Tales from the Dark Side of the movie, Twilight Zone the movie. About there really isn't that many horror movie anthologies. Now, lately, I've been seeing there's been a couple starting to come out now, which is cool. VHS 2, and ABCs of Death, and, Chillerama. So I'm seeing, I think even the Saska twins are working on one too, which that's awesome. So I'm seeing that that's starting to make a comeback now as horror anthology. So I was like, man, great, it's the perfect time for this one horror anthology that we're talking about that we want to do called Seasons of Death. And each movie takes place during a season, so fall, winter, spring, summer. And my idea I always wanted to do was I write a story, but then also get 3 other writers to write stories for it also. And if they wanted to direct, there you go, get 3 other writer directors, and then that'd be awesome to get that going, to get these stories going. and like various like director friends who I know also write. Also, I've talked to them about it, and someone's like, "Yeah, that'd be a great idea. Let's do it." But then they get busy doing other projects, and then it's hard to for them to do something. So I was talking with one of my actors who likes to write too, Marion Blunt, phenomenal actor by the way. And he had a story he was telling me about. He's just like, "Yeah, man, I got this story." And he told me about it, and he sent me over the script, and I was like, "Oh wow!" I was like, "Man, that's actually perfect for this horror anthology I wanted to do called Seasons of Death." And he's like, "All right, cool, I'm in." I was like, "Well, there you go, bam, there's your slot." Another story that my girlfriend's daughter, well, I call him a kid because golly, she's so my kid. She's probably gonna hate me for saying that, but there's a story that she told me about that she wrote, and then I saw and I read, and I was like, wow, this is perfect. This is awesomely perfect for Seasons of Death. So there you go. There's another slot. Then there's a story that I've written that I've wanted to do that I already had written for Seasons of Death. So right now, all we're doing is I'm currently looking for one more writer. Hopefully, writer director would be nice, or if the writer knows the director he wants to bring in to do it, and then yeah, we're gonna get started on that next year. Probably while the year's going through, just be filming their films. Because mine, I know I don't want to film until the fall, because it takes place during the fall. It takes place during Halloween, so there you go. So just gonna be getting with Marion pretty soon. He wants to do a photo shoot for his film, get some character posters out there, which I think is pretty cool. So we can get that out there. My kid's finalizing her story, which is good. For me, I just got to tweak some things in my story, and then we're going to try and find one more writer and director and work on Seasons of Death. All right. Getting close to the end here. Getting close to a couple more things to discuss. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. I'm sorry, I love wild cherry. Anyway, this is where part of the show I like to talk about things that I've seen and things that's coming up from other projects. Let's go ahead and start off with a short film called The Trade. That's by director Jerry Godbout, who definitely one of my peers. I listen to this guy. He's helped me. He has so much knowledge. For any director right out there who wants some great knowledge from an Emmy Award-winning director, I would definitely go with Jerry. He has knowledge about everything. This guy's brilliant. And it's also produced by Dennis. Dennis, I'm going to butcher the hell out of your name. As long as I've known you, I should know your name by now. I think it's Jacino. I think I said your name right, Dennis. If not, send me a message of like, dude, you messed up my name, dog. So. But yeah, they got a short film coming out, an action thriller short film coming out called The Trade. I know Dennis has been working on this for a long time, man. He's working on it for a long time, and he got with Jerry, and they've been filming it, and it's currently in post-production. They got a trailer out for it. If you want to check out the trailer, it's on Facebook.com, The Trade Movie. Definitely check that out, man. That I'm looking forward to seeing that whenever that comes out. That looks awesome. That looks really awesome. I'm really excited to see that, man. That looks really, really good. Another thing that I saw was a web series called Zeus's End. It's got my man it's got my man Anthony in it. He's in it. Got some other good actors in the web series. It's the first episode just came out. If you want to check that out, go to facebook.com/ZeusIsIn. Sorry for the delay there. I had to close out Facebook because it's starting to get annoying to me because people are just like totally messaging me and stuff. But that's okay. It happens. It's cool. That is written and directed by Warrington Maxwell. It's definitely like pretty much like a Zeus in. It takes during the Greek gods, and it's a really good series, man. I remember Anthony's been talking about it for a while. He's been posting pictures for it for a while, and getting to see that first episode, like I was really excited. That got me pumped. I was like, wow, this is gonna be really good. It's gonna be a damn good series. So definitely look forward to go check that out. Go check out episode 1. I think they're currently working on episode 2 now, and that's in production right now. And definitely something to go check out. Another thing Another thing that is gonna be coming out pretty soon that I actually had the honor of coming on and taking some pictures and taking some behind the scenes footage for, and helping out a little bit with audio. And this, of course, before I had my awesome equipment. Kind of wish I had my awesome equipment for this, but I still helped out with audio though. Still helped them. Is an action crime drama called Dance with the Devil. It's got another one of my actors in it, my actor and best friend, Jimmy Dempster. It's also starring another good friend of mine, Danny Vega. Guy's got an awesome mind. Awesome mind. Like, just sitting here and watching him work, I was like, wow. Like, he's got an awesome mind for the biz. If you want to go check that out, you can go to facebook.com/A Dance with the Devil movie. Right now, there's still, I believe that's currently, they have a couple more things to film with that, a couple more things to film with that before it's going to be done, and then they can get it into post and getting that ready to show to the masses. Definitely go check that out. They had a trailer up, they got some pictures up. I don't know if he's worked on the behind the scenes footage yet. Hopefully, you guys can show you some of the stuff, show some of the cool things. Got some screen caps on there and everything. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. It's a really cool story. I love the concept. I love everything he's got going on with that, and I'm looking forward to checking that out. Another thing that I recently saw, it's a movie that I've been wanting to watch for a while, ever since I first heard about it. And I, off of Facebook, became friends with the director, and then we got a chance to meet each other at Spooky Empire, which was cool. And I got a picture with the title character. It's called Mr. White. I was actually really excited to watch that film because I've just been waiting for it a little bit. A couple of actors in that film I've actually worked with in the Bailey Case universe, which was kind of cool. It's written and directed by Erica Summers. Once again, another brilliant mind here in Florida. There's a lot of them here. There's a lot of talent here. No matter what anyone says, there's a lot of talent here. You can go check out the trailer at facebook.com/I am Mr. White. I do believe that she has links to go buy the DVD, because the film is on DVD. I had the pleasure of getting one and watching it, and I was really excited for what I saw. That movie's won like numerous awards. It's done amazingly well in film festivals, amazingly well, which is just awesome. I always like to root for independent film, because I just love independent films. Don't get me wrong, I like the Hollywood films and stuff. I'm always gonna be a fan of that, but I always root for independent films, like, all the time. And so the fact that she's won all those awards and it's been doing so well in film festivals is just awesome. It's just amazing. And and now that I know more about film festivals, I'm hoping to get some of myself in film festivals, and hopefully, be able to get my name out there the way she has. And I definitely have told her, I like to act first before doing all the other stuff. So I'm hoping to be able to act in her next film, which is called Manus, and I'm hoping to be able to work with that and get onto that film. Alright, I think that's going to do it for the first episode in the Terminal 52 podcast. Definitely was a lot of fun talking to you guys. I hope you guys listened to all the information that's going on out there. I'm hoping to get some more interviews lined up to put for the interviews. If not, it's just going to be a lot more of me talking. I don't mind talking, although it just get tiresome sometimes. But, got to do what you got to do. But it was a lot of fun. This is going to be a weekly thing. I'm hoping to get this out. Hopefully get this out before or after we film this weekend, and then every other week after that. Now I'm just going to keep it rolling, keeping you guys on information on having some of the fun filming The Awakening, and if any more new developments, projects come up, or when is that casting going to be for The Awakening Tales, when's the casting going to be for Bailey Case Resolution and Snatched and Seasons of Death. If there's any more new projects coming from anyone else, I'll definitely let you know about that. And if there's any questions that anyone asks me out there, I'll probably go and answer those also on this podcast. It's been a lot of fun. I am Kelly D. Weaver, and I'll see you guys next time. T52, get infected.